Carnival Cruise is firing 900 employees,
That's insane. That's a lot of people.
but promises that they will rehire them.
Oh, that's even weirder.
So Carnival Cruise UK actually backtracked from a threat to fire and then rehire 900 of their staff for one of their cruise liners.
Okay.
How does this make you feel?
Well, when you said firing, I thought that was bad, and then when you said rehiring, I thought that was weird, and when you said at a lower price, at a lower amount,
Yeah.
yeah.
So effectively, the cruise company wants to fire them or let them go and then have them come back on, but with a different contract. They wanted to effectively have them sign a different contract, but people were not very happy with the way they were going about this, because as you alluded to, this was not going to be a financial gain. No company out anywhere is going to go make a new contract on their own volition to increase the pay of.
I've never heard about this, by the way, about people getting fired and then rehired. Like typically they just say it's like you're going to take a salary cut, but it's not necessarily being fired.
No, it's different stipulations in their contract. So they have contracts to work there, and in those ones they have like certain parameters that the company has to meet. But now that they're, instead of like having a negotiation, like, oh, like of taking away like perks or privileges or like benefits, they're just gonna have people get laid off or fired and then have them sign back on.
Yeah,
because nobody, like, if you're like, oh hey, because like, oh, sign this new document, you're gonna get paid less. And it's like nobody's gonna do it.
No one's gonna do that.
But if you force everybody to get fired and then you like, oh, if you want your job back, you can have it immediately back, but you have to sign this new contract form. It's easy. Yeah,
it's interesting. I wonder. Yeah, you said they backtracked this though.
Yes. So they actually got contacted with like I guess the union, and they were talking through it, and they pulled it back because people were upset.
Yeah, I think
people were upset.
Yeah,
they saw that the proposal would mean that the staff lost 20% of their annual take-home pay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 20%. Like, if there's like, oh, this first they take out the taxes, and then like, oh no, but also that other 20% gone.
That's a lot of money. That's actually a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So just for ease of use, let's say you're making 100. That's 20,000.
Yeah. Did they explain why?
Why they wanted to?
Yeah,
it's
why they
probably
wanted
like a
to.
cost saving thing. They didn't exactly specify in what I saw like why they did it, but I mean, I think they were restructuring to be more beneficial towards them, obviously.
Yeah.
So after this, people on the ship, I mean, obviously at that point, you're kind of caught between like a rock and a hard place type thing, where like on one point the company backed down from their crazy idea of like, oh, we're gonna have everybody get dismissed and then we're gonna rehire you, but you're gonna be forced into this new contract. But then they said like, oh, you know what, you convinced us, but that's not gonna stop them in the future to like.
Whose crazy idea was this? This is insane. Because you think about it, it's like, how are you going to fire a whole crew and then try to rehire them at a lower price? Because the thing is, you need the crew to operate the ship.
And theoretically, they need you to hire them.
They do, but you could find jobs somewhere else. It would be harder, but they could still do that.
The thing is that like,
it would actually cost them more money to train and rehire people.
Maybe not in the long term.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Maybe not in the long term.
Mm-hmm. So if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button.
Yes, and the thing is, we put out videos daily. We cover a variety of topics. We have over 200 videos. And you know what? If you did like this video, consider subscribing. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it only takes a second, and it does really help out the channel.
Yeah, so this whole thing was actually just found out because they filed a motion to do this with the UK Insolvency Service, a consultation. Yeah, so then it
I think it's bad PR too.
yeah, it's definitely bad PR because like you're saying that like, oh, we have to get rid of all these people because like it's effectively like you're definitely robbing them to their face.
Yeah.
So you're gonna accept this lower amount of money, and you're gonna accept it. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yes, and you said that they went. The only reason people found out was because of this insolvency group that came out with this information, which is a negative way of also finding out. Because the thing is that generally you wouldn't want to find out in this particular way coming from like other sources, not coming from
them.
Yeah.
So the document is this called HR1 form, and apparently it's used to give legal notice of redundancies. And the Carnival UK said there were no redundancies proposed, but added dismissal and re-engagement may be considered if agreement cannot be reached on new terms. So either you accept the new terms and you sign like, okay, I'm gonna accept it, or you'll be fired, and then like you're gonna be forced to take it. So either you accept it on your own good terms, or we fire you and you have an option to come back with us.
Yeah, you think about this. You take the crew to international waters. You tell them, it's like, hey, we're out here. You've been shanghaied. Here's a new contract. You either sign or you leave.
You walk the plank.
You walk the plank. Yes.
Leave you on that deserted island.
Yes. You know what? It's like you don't need to stay here, or you could go home, but you can't stay here. Something like that. Yeah. But I don't know. I think this is a bad PR move.
I mean, this shows like bad business practice, like, yeah, I do think it's good that the union stuck up for the employees and was able to pull back these crazy things. But the fact that they still even like entertain the option to do it is still pretty like, what the heck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to like, you put a gun to it. It's like, do you want food or
do you want
less money? You can work, you can get food and less money, or you can have no job and no food.
Yes. But you know what? Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about this situation. I personally don't agree with the situation like this. It is good, like you mentioned, that the union did stick up with them for the employees, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think this situation shouldn't even have happened. But this, again, like you mentioned, doesn't mean that this might
not happen again.
Yeah, not happen again. Yeah.
I think, let us know if you thought that this gamble would work. Because, I mean, the gamble was that, like, they couldn't not sign. Like, if they fire them, it's like, okay, we'll find someone else. But, like, how if everybody left? If everybody leaves, like, they can't replace 900 people like that.
No, they can't. It would take a while. It would take a long time, actually.
Yeah. So, I mean, at that point, it would be like, okay, we maybe shouldn't have done that. Like, you would think that some people would resign, but if everybody's like, no, we're this, all 900 of us, we're not working here, and we're going to tell everybody else to not work here because you're going to be doing some shady stuff in the future.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
Let us know down below. Would you work for Carnival UK? And by chance, if you work for Carnival UK,
let us
were
know.
you affected? Yeah.
Let us know. That'd be interesting. Yeah.